Here's one thing we know, everything comes out. If it doesn't come out in this world, it comes out in the next. In Luke, it says, there is nothing covered that won't be uncovered, nothing hidden that won't be made known. Therefore, whatever you have said in the dark will be heard in the light, and what you have whispered in an ear in private rooms will be proclaimed on the housetops. Man, this is a dire warning in Luke chapter 2. Rapper Diddy, formerly P. Diddy, formerly Puff Daddy, formerly, a whole bunch of different names. He has now been arrested, and this has been ongoing for the better part of a year. Investigation probably long before that. And he's arrested. He's being charged with racketeering and sex trafficking and all kinds of things. He's being held without bail. He is currently on watch to make sure he does not Epstein himself, unalive himself. And allegedly, the things that they're finding in his homes and his mansions is like every room has CCTV. So like everything has been recorded. And, I'm not going to show any of the videos. Honestly, a lot of it is just really gut wrenching, hard to watch. But he was notorious for having these parties, and they were apparently called freak offs, and they would last for days at a time, and they would drug men and women and sexually use and abuse them. It was so intense. It would go forever. They'd have to get IVs afterwards just to like replenish their bodily fluids, which is so disgusting too.
Wow.
One of the real issues is that it is just known, it's like out in the open, that so many celebrities attended Diddy parties. Now, did he throw nice PR, HR appropriate parties? And then he had the freak offs, and that was like the party after the party. We don't really know. We don't know all of those details. What they're alleging is that if you were involved in the perverse and even illegal side of this, minors being involved, I mean, just the most horrendous debauchery that you can imagine, then allegedly it's all on tape. And so one of the questions is like, will this come out? All these celebrities and politicians and musicians and rappers who are complicit in this, who have done illegal activities, who have slept with minors, who have drugged people, who have abused people, will it come out? Will all of this surface? Epstein has been dead for a long time. Ghislaine Maxwell has been in prison for a long time. They have a list of clients, of people who allegedly went to his island and did all of these terrible hedonistic acts, illegal things. And it's like, we don't know. No one will tell us what's on that list. No one will tell us. And all of these billionaires and super high power position politicians, we just don't know. So this is like what Epstein was to the billionaire, to the Fortune 100, and to the political class. This is for Hollywood and the celebrity class and the musical celebrities, rock stars, rap artists. So will this come out? Will it see the light of day? Here's one thing we know, everything comes out. If it doesn't come out in this world, it comes out in the next. In Luke, it says, there is nothing covered that won't be uncovered, nothing hidden that won't be made known. Therefore, whatever you have said in the dark will be heard in the light, and what you have whispered in an ear in private rooms will be proclaimed on the housetops. Man, this is a dire warning in Luke chapter 2. And if you are a believer in Jesus, if you believe in God, then this is the realest reality, that when this life is over, everything will be uncovered. And part of the reason that consequence is a gift from God, discipline, scripture says God disciplines those that he loves, because consequence wakes us up and allows us to change course and to make amends and to pay penance and to beg God for forgiveness for the horrible things that we've done. The worst thing that can happen to someone, the worst thing that can happen to everyone on Epstein's list, everyone on Diddy's list, everyone who's been to a freak off party, the worst thing that can happen is for them to go the rest of their lives and not be discovered and not be exposed and not make amends and not beg for forgiveness, because it will come out. It will be exposed. And we don't know how deep this goes. There's a lot of speculation. I didn't want to dive too much into speculation. But what has come out in the court documents, they confiscated, it was like 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
He's a nasty person.
1,000 bottles. It's too much. I mean, all kinds of sex toys and debaucherous material and we should pray that the right things come to light. We should not revel in someone's downfall, but we should pray for justice. We should examine our own hearts. We should see what we're hiding and keeping in the dark, and we should bring it to the light, because there's nothing covered that won't be uncovered. There's nothing hidden that will not be made known. And there are going to be very powerful interests. I mean, if there are politicians, if there are, A-list celebrities, they're the biggest music artists in the world, the music executives in the world, who know now that everything's CCTV at Diddy's parties, everything's been captured, who know that now, that will do anything necessary to keep that coming to light. We have to assume that's part of why the Epstein files haven't come forward. And we should pray for justice. And there are real victims in this situation. And well, that's all I'll say about that. There are real victims in this, and minors, allegedly, that are involved in this. And if that's true, we should just pray for justice for those people. We should pray that it does come to light, that people in law enforcement will do their job and will have the quality of character to not bow down to special and powerful interests. And from a spiritual perspective, part of what we should pray for is justice now, for the sake of these people's souls, so that they can come to light, make amends, and beg God for forgiveness, turn their life around, do what they can to make things right. What stays hidden here will get uncovered. And when you stand before the almighty, powerful God, we will finally understand what the term in Scripture, the fear of God, actually means. And that will be a frightening day for the people who have covered up and covered up and covered up. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you are subscribed so you can stay up to date with all new content. And if you want early access, exclusive content, and monthly live Q&As, make sure to check out patreon.com/ClaytonTine.